What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Today I'm just gonna play some megadraft. I'm just gonna play some megadraft and let's cook. So we're playing against this Korean guy here. So today I'm ending the stream when I lose a megadraft challenge. So yeah, we'll see here. Picks the skeleton. I'm just going to pick the log as well as the lightning. I think this that takes out like the witch, that takes out like a lot of stuff, as well as that counters the Inferno Dragon, so we can't really go with very aggressive right now. We can actually go for the Valkyrie as well as the guards, because it looks like he's trying to go for a bait deck, so I think this is actually going to be really good. But he picks, wow, very aggressive, but I think we might go Lava Hound here, honestly. I'm not going to lie. We can go for the Skelly Drags as well as the Inferno Dragon. He doesn't really have the best counter to it for now, I would say. He picks the Inferno Dragon, I mean the Inferno Tower, excuse me, but I mean he picks the Lava Hound. Wow. So I think I'm just going to go with a witch, I think, maybe. I'm just gonna go with a witch, and I'm going to go Goblin Giant. Yeah, I don't think that's the best play for him. He picked the Lava Hound, but just to like mess up my deck, but I also have the Inferno Dragon, so that was pretty bad by him, honestly. Let's see here. Low key, this might be pretty good. Wow. Lava Hound at the bridge. Okay, let's see here. He goes for that. I mean, I can just go for the Valkyrie, right? I can go with my Valkyrie here, right up on top, so that my witch won't die. And he pops his ability, which is kind of questionable, because the Valkyrie should splash. And should I even respond to this? I'm just gonna go like that. And then I'm going to go aggressive guards right here and try to pressure him, because I don't think he can really defend this. Very bad curse right there. We're actually decent curse, but we'll see. Not bad. I figure up elixir, so I'm actually just going to Goblin Giant at the back here. Very bad Skeleton King right there, so we can just go for our Inferno Dragon right up on top, and we should be fine here. Is he going to pop his ability though? No, he's not. He goes for the... Wow, very bad Prince right there. We do have our Witch in cycle, so I don't know what he was thinking there. How many trophies you got? I got 15k. I'm actually in League 4. But this is my old account because I ran out of gems, sadly. But we can just go Valkyrie in the pocket, and that should be a good game. Anyways, welcome to the chat. I'm also a Golden State Warriors fan, so nice to meet you here. Alright. Very nice. Let's see here. 4 stars. Not bad, not bad. Let's see. It's kind of slow loading the matches, you know. We're playing against CNYT. Probably he has a YouTube channel. He picks the Snowball. Yes, Warriors. Yeah, 1v1. Like right now? Not today, not today. Maybe like in the future, sure. I'm just gonna pick the poison as well as I'm going to pick the skeletons because it's just cheap. And we can pick like there's a lot of small spells on the board, so very bad furnace right there. Wow, I'm just going to pick the bomb tower as well as the earthquake. So we can probably go towards the hog rider. So that's pretty good right here. He picks the berserker as well as the musketeer. We can just go for our I think we can just go for our golden knight. That would be nice. And we can also go for our heal spirit here. I know it's weird, but I think in my opinion heal spirits pairs really well with the hog riders, so that's why I picked it. Let's see here though. He picks the baby dragon. Nothing special there. He also picks Alright, I'm going to pick I think I'm gonna pick the rage. I'm gonna pick the rage. Because heal spirit rage kills the minions, so we can just go for our hog here I think. He does have 2 win condition. Yeah, I'm gonna pick hog ladder here. Because we do have the earthquake, so we do actually have a pretty nice synergy. Bomb tower here. Wow. What is this gameplay? We can just go for our skeletons here, I think. Very nice. Kill the musketeer, please. How did that not kill the musketeer? I'm just going to rage on that. Wow. How did my skeletons actually sell that hard there? We can just go for our hog though, and let's see. He doesn't have a building though, so the earthquake is literally useless, but maybe we can go with our golden knight hog pushes, so it actually applies a lot of pressure. Since he doesn't have a building, so we can just go for our skeleton slow here. As well as our cannon. Our bomb tower there. I'm so used to saying cannon. Like, wait, we can just go for a hog here? Oh my god. The baby dragon is literally the most annoying part of all time, I swear to god. Alright. We can just go for, wait, actually not bad. Not bad. We can go for our golden knight right here. Nice. We don't have the hog in cycle. He's probably going to go for a, he goes for the musketeer instead. I thought he was going to go for, the minions. But that was a fairy, no, wait, rage, nice, and, wait, are we cooked? No, we're not. The minion goes in front. Wait, it doesn't. What? The minion doesn't go in front. I'm getting scammed. Okay, we can just go for this, bro. Low-key, that interaction just sold me, but I guess it's all good. And we do have a lot of elixir to work with. So we can just go for our hog right here. And then maybe we can pop our ability, and then we can just go for this, and that's nice damage right there. And the golden knight finishes off the furnace as well as most of the berserkers, so that was really nice. We can just go for our skeletons here just to cycle, and he does go for dab. I'm just going to poison on this, I think. Yeah, it's gonna slow down as well as, you know, DPS that down a little bit. Pretty nice. Oh my god, why is construction happening outside of my house right now? We can just pop our ability, and then wait, that's gonna be a nice damage right here, and yeah, that's gonna be tower down. Very nice one, guys. We can just go for our bomb tower, and then we can go for our poison. Oh my god, I should have poisoned onto the musketeer instead, but guess that doesn't matter. We can just rage, and then we can just go for this, and then we can just go for another bomb tower, and that should be a good game, guys. Very nice win, guys. Very nice win. We can go for our hog, and I'm just gonna pop the ability just for fun, you know. Very nice win, guys. Woo! Alright, let's see. Let's see. We're currently 2-0 in the challenge right now. I'm probably not going to lose a lot of games. Where is bro on rank though? I'm on League 5. League 5. Let's see. This is my alt account, so. Huh? 4,600? Do I play like it? Do I play like that? I don't think so. We can just go for, he's probably gonna go for a no-skill deck. So I'm just going to pick for, I'm actually just going to pick log, or I should have picked the arrows, like. I'm gonna take Fireball because we will have like very balanced cards. Like if I pick the arrows, we would have 2 small spells. But if he doesn't pick arrows here, I'm just going to yoink it. He picks the Goblin Hut. That's kind of interesting because there's also an Inferno Tower on the board. So not really sure what he was thinking there, but I'm just gonna take the arrows as well as the guards because it's so good on defense. It's also getting a nerf here this season, so it's kind of sad. I mean, Supercell just made Prince even more broken because like guards counters the Prince, right? So yeah, it's kind of frustrating for like it's just frustrating, you know. He goes for the knight as he goes for the miner too. Ooh. We can just go for a we can just go for our minions here. What's up, Ichtraf? What's up? Welcome to the stream. I feel like I'm going to take Inferno Tower because I feel like he's going to go for the Goblin Giant. I feel like just wants to be safe, you know. Just want to be safe. Picks the Witch. Very bad pick in my opinion. We do have the Fireball. Fun fact, Drill plus Fireball actually takes out the Witch if you place it correctly, so just a fun fact. He picks that. I'm just going to take the Valkyrie, and yeah, you can't pick the Drill, so that was very bad by him. I do not know what he was thinking there. He should have picked it last, honestly. We need a win condition. It's probably going... Wow, Sap. He picks the Sap. Very bad pick by him there. I'm just going to go with the Drill. I know it's kind of expensive, like 3.5, but I guess it's like my only option, so yeah. Alright. We do actually have a pretty good matchup here. He just only has 1 spell, and it's nothing for my minions. So I'm actually pretty happy with my picks right here. We can just go for our guards at the bridge here. Maybe try to force something out. He goes for the knight instead. I'm just going to go for our minions on top. Yeah, I don't think that's going to kill, right? And it's also not going to cross the bridge, so that is really going to be helpful. He goes for the miner on defense. I guess I'm just going to cycle my Falk here. Yeah, that's not going to connect anyways, but I'm just going to cycle. He goes for the Witch, so I'm just going to go Fireball as well as Drill here. Right? Yeah, Drill takes it out, I think. Wait, it doesn't because I messed it up, but it's all good though. Wait, that's actually going to be a lot of damage, so that was pretty nice. And the Goblin Machine is also going to be dead. So that is pretty nice. We can just go for our minions up top. That should get no hits in my... Yeah, that got no hits, so that's pretty good right there. Minions should be able to do something there. I'm just going to let the Spirit Goblins go because there's no point of spending another log there, right? I mean, I'm like leaking right now. I'm about to leak, so I'm just gonna go for my Valkyrie. I'm just gonna let that go, I think. Yeah, the Valkyrie is going to clean it up. I'm just gonna go for the guards. He goes for the Witch. This time I won't mess it up. We can Fireball as well as Drill here. So that should take it out. I'm pretty sure. That should take it out. No, that doesn't. Yeah, I'm trolling right now. I forgot all the interactions of Clash Royale, but that's actually really nice damage right there. Forcing out the Sap too, that was huge. We can just go for our minions up top. That shouldn't like, yeah, the rocket shouldn't come out, and yeah, we're fine, we're fine. He goes for the miner on defense. That's not what he's trying to do right now, or I don't think he wants to do that, but I guess he has to. but I would prefer to use it offensively actually. Goes for the E-Golem. This is the push, which might get a little bit scary, but I'm just going to put my Inferno Tower this side so it actually kills the Goblin Machine. We do have two towers though, so, two buildings, so that's actually going to be pretty nice, and the Goblin Machine dies. So, this is kind of slim for him right now. We have another Inferno Tower in cycle. We can just go for our guards here. Very nice guards, and maybe Fireball. We can Fireball the Knight right here. Very nice. That's going to be a little bit of damage, I think. No, that doesn't get any damage whatsoever, but we can just log on this. We also get, we got a lot of value there, actually. We can just go for our, we can just go for our minions on top, and then we can go for our Valkyrie here. As well as our guards here, just to clean up that, that E-Golem right there. Very nice. And we can just go for our drill right here. We can go for our Fireball. Oh, we kind of missed the Goblin. Wait, we didn't, but yeah, it's not gonna get any damage, but nothing like a lot, but oh, that was a bad Inferno Tower right there in my opinion, but I don't know what he's trying to do with his miner right now, because that, in my opinion, is kind of bad. The E-Golem is going to get finished. We might be, wait, are we cooked? No, we're not. Oh my god, how did that get so much damage? What? No way. Okay, we're fine. I think we're fine. We can just go for our guards right here. We can also go for our minions. He has nothing for this. Wait, no way. What? Okay, we have to go in now. We can just go for our drill, our fireball, our log. Oh my god. How did we lose? How did we lose? Yeah, E-Golem is just so frustrating to play against. Yeah, I played terribly that match, but yeah, that was kind of bad. I'm just going to pick the poison here. There's a lot of good small spells on the board right now, in my opinion, so it would be a pretty nice pick. He goes for that, maybe towards the graveyard deck. I'm not going to let that happen though. Pick Pock? What do you mean? What do you mean pick Pock? We can just go for our log here. Oh, maybe I should have, I'm not sure. I'm just going to go safe. Maybe graveyard, maybe. We can also go for a Tesla. I'm just going to go for the Tesla. It's more versatile. Hog rather? No, I'm not going to pick the Hog. There's no synergy in that. What a moron. Lol. Hog or Ram? No. He picks the Dark Prince. I'm just going to pick the Knight. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick the drill here. I'm also going to take I'm going to take the Barbarian Barrow, maybe for the graveyard. I do have 2 small spells, but it's alright. I'm not gonna pick the arrows. Wow, he picks the graveyard. Wow. We might have to go Hog here, low-key. We might have to. I'm just gonna go Hog here, I think. Wait, I'm just gonna go Hog. Wait, I clicked Hog. Rask, oh my god. I'm just gonna go Hog right now. This might be a little bit expensive, but it's all good though. He picks a Snowball. I'm just going to go for the Firecracker. I feel like this makes like a lot of sense. He might pick the arrows, but that's gonna be 2 small spells, right? And this is kind of like a bait deck, you know? He picks it. Wow, he picks the Collector. That's kind of interesting. As well as Toxic. I'm actually not going to respond to the E-Pump. Wow. What was that? We can just go for our Roscoe's here. Pretty nice. And we can just go for our Hog here. Yeah, what was that Skeleton King? What? I'm not going to pop the ability. I'm not going to go for the poison. Good luck, thank you. Nothing significant though. We can just go for our Firecracker as well as our Barbarian Barrel right here, just to clean that up, you know. And yeah, very nice start. We can go for our log right here. Technically, we don't even have to, but I'm just going to do it because it's better. And of course, one spear goblins locks on my tower. We can just go for our hog here, though. I think. No, we don't. We'll save up elixir for the dark prince instead, I guess. I'm just going to go for the rascals. We might go off. We might go like split lane, like off the counter pushes, you know. Ooh, that wasn't the best hog ever, but we can just go for our poison here. Very nice. And yeah, not bad. Not a bad start. We can just go for our barbarian barrow. And yeah, he has to respond to this, and very nice start right there. That's gonna be one shot. I thought that was going to be two, but that's all good. That's all good. Let's see. Let's see here. We can just go for our Tesla in the middle here, and then we can also go for our knight. He keeps What was that ability though? Like, what is he trying to achieve? What? What was that graveyard placement, bro? What was that graveyard placement? What? I'm so confused. Alright, we can just go for our barbarian barrel. Hopefully cleaning that up, we don't even need it, but we can just go for our hawk here as well as wait, what is he doing though? What is he doing? What? We can just go for our firecracker at the bridge, and then we can log. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Wow. We can just go for this, I think. Oh my god, the rascals. Wait, the rascal boy's blocking it, and yeah, I think that's gonna be a good game here. Low-key, there's no way he defends this. He's so bad. What? We can barbarian barrel here, nice, and then we can go for the firecracker, as well as the knight up top, nice, not bad, and we can log, I think, and then we can just go for our hog in the middle. Very nice, guys. Oh my god, nice win right there. Yeah. Wait, that's gonna be no hits, but yeah, that's gonna be a good game here. Ooh, we're 3-1. I don't know how I lost like a match already, but it's all good. It's all good. Let's see here. I'm gonna queue for a match. We're playing against Angel 12. I'm gonna pick the arrows here because there's a lot, like there's the minion horde, and there's also the minions as well as the goblin gang, and yeah, there's a lot of bait cards I can use actually. We can just go for we can go for our miner here low key, and then we can also go for our fireball here. I feel like, yeah, because he has no way to take out the minion horde, I don't think. Unless there's like a splash card, but there's no splash cards. At least for air. He picks the void. Wow, okay. I think we can just go for our minion horde as well as our minions. Because how does he counter this? How? I don't see a way. Wow, Infernal Tower is very bad against Swarm, so I will take it. He goes for the bandit. Lumberjack my main. What deck do you use? Oh, anyways, welcome to the stream. We can just pick our guards, I feel like. And I think I'm just going to go all Swarm. I think I'm just going to go all Swarm, guys. I'm going to go with I'm actually going to go with the cannon for the Ram Rider, just to be safe, you know, just to be safe. And actually we need a tank, so I'm just going to pick the Skeleton King. I feel like this is going to be pretty good because he doesn't have a really good spell for it. Earthquake doesn't kill the minions, so and we have arrows for the goblin. Wait, what's that called? Dark Goblin. So that's going to be really nice. We can just go for our miner here on the side. Let's see what he does. He goes for the bomber. Oh wait, he picked the bomber? I forgot, low key, but we can just go for our arrows just to cycle. He goes for the Ram Rider there. I mean, I'm not going to over defend here. I'm not going to place my cannon, obviously. Yeah, that's going to be fine. We can also go for our Skeleton King right here. Very nice. Cashing that soul right there. And let's see here. We do have Minion Horde in cycle, so maybe that would be the surprise factor. What's up? Welcome to the stream. minion horde, and we can just go for our miner right here. Any decks for Arena 11? I would say Hog Rider. Hog Rider is one of the best decks for especially free-to-play players. Actually, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Probably tower down. No Expo. Expo's a fun deck. It's also free to play. So, I mean, it is toxic though. So, watch out. And he goes. What the heck is that? We can just go for this stuff, and then we can just go for our guards right here. Very nice. He's not going to wait. He is going to power this ability, but that isn't going to matter. I don't think. We can also go for our minion horde here, and then we can go for our miner on the side, so it actually tanks. Wait, I'm going to go miner right here. I think. You know what? That was a bad miner, but you know it's all good though. We can also go for our fireball right here. MK is the usual card everyone uses. Yeah, I agree. Mega Knight's not good though. Like, especially once you reach high ladder, it's not really that good. We can just go for our minions right up on top. If he pops the ability, we do have the guards. So, he is going to pop his ability. I'm not going to wait. That was a bad guard, but you know what? It's okay. We can go for this. Nice. Oh my god, that's gonna shred. That's gonna shred the Inferno Tower right there. We don't kill the Dark Goblin, but that's all good because we're gonna free crown him, bro. Oh my god, this deck is so broken. I mean, technically it's megadraft and he doesn't have like any air defense other than Dark Goblin, and we have the arrows, but yeah. That is kind of insane. That was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minions right there. Wow. That was unbelievable. Alright, we're going to play against Alton right now. We are going to pick. I'm going to pick. I'm gonna pick the arrows here because there's poison and lightning, and he's only going to pick one, right? Picks the monk. Guess I'm going to take I don't know. I'm going to take the poison. Beast of Graveyard, right? Graveyard's really good right now. I'm also going to go with the Furnace. So he's definitely going to pick the lightning. There's no way. Picks the Spear Goblins. I think he's also going to go with Graveyard here, but I'm just going to go Graveyard. I'm just going to snatch that right out of his hands, and I'm also going to go with Bandit? No, I don't think wait, actually, maybe, I picked the E-Golem accidentally. I meant to pick the Giant. Bro, I just got scammed. Bro, I just got scammed. I love Megadraft. I went 12 to... Really? Prove it. It's not as easy as it seems, so... that, like, sometimes it actually is kind of hard to prove. We can just go for our Giant here. What's up, Raid 844? Welcome to the stream. We can just go for our Giant here, and then we can also go for our Boss Bandit here. I know this is going to be really weird. He does have the Eagle. Not 2 wins back when the rare book was the reward. What does that mean? Like the whole challenge? Pull rocket? Pull rocket? No. Definitely not. Definitely not. It doesn't synergize. Yeah, okay. Which, I picked the Rascals instead, because he does have the Monk. I'm just going to go with, I guess I'm just going to go with my, Giant at the back. Let's see if he can defend this, actually. He does have the Monk, but... Which sucks now? No, it doesn't. It's actually really good right now in the meta. Like, I'm not a mid-ladder menace, but I'm just speaking facts. We can just go with this and then that. No, it's a better pick because, no, even if, the Rascal girls gets taken out, right? If you think about it, even if they get taken out, they're still with Rascal boys, so, and he can't afford to pop the ability, so. Wait, that's going to be a dash on the tower right here. I'm actually just gonna pop. He's very low on elixir. He just have to Valkyrie though. So he drops it at 0 probably, but I think we can just go for our E-Golem right here. And then we can go for our Graveyard. I don't think he has any way to stop this. Yeah. He goes for the bomb tower, and I'm just going to poison on that at 0, and that's going to be a lot of damage. He does stop it, but yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage. Have you won? Yeah, I've won it like a lot of multiple times. We can just go for our Rascals here. Hopefully that drops. Nice, not bad, not bad. He pops this ability, very bad ability right there. He should have not popped it instead. I'm just gonna chill out here because we do have a decent lead right now. We do have a decent lead. We can go with our Furnace here. Furnace obviously needs a nerf. I think it's getting a nerf, by the way. But I'm not really sure what's the nerf. The hit speed nerf? No, it walks faster, so I'm actually not sure if it's actually a buff or a nerf. I'm kind of wondering, you know. Kind of frustrating also. We can just go for our arrows right here. Nice. Oh my god, very bad ability. We can just go for our giant right here, and then we can also go. No, there's no way. There's no way they buff the Furnace. There's no way. I refuse to believe. We can poison on that, I think. Very nice. And yeah. And then the boss bandit is absolutely gonna cook him, and I'm just gonna Rascals at the bridge because he's low on elixir, and then we can also go for our arrows. And yeah, he goes to the monk right there. He's not going to pop his ability. He's smart. Nerf Miner. They already did. Miner's still good. Miner's one of the most skilled cards in the meta. And we can just go for our Graveyard right here, and there's no way he stops this yet. And yeah, Poison should take it out, and that's gonna be a good game, guys. Good game. Such a toxic deck. I thought it only was the speed. Yeah, I don't know why it got like a buff or a Ducat a nerf because it spawns technically less fire spirits, but in my opinion it's a nerf. It's a buff, but we can actually take the fireball here. What's your favorite champion for megadraft? I like the Mighty Miner the most. Mighty Miner is just so versatile now, and there's no real counters to it. Yo, when you hit 15k, does it cap? No, it doesn't. You can go on forever technically, but you just go 30 trophies at a time, and it's really slow. So definitely Monk for me. Yeah, Monk is very versatile. Monk is definitely the best champion, but I like for megadraft at least. But I like the Mighty Miner more. I'm actually just going to pick the guards. I'm also going to take. I might go for bait here. I'm just going to take the Barbarian Barrel. Minions is a good one. For me? Yeah, I think so, but I have to wait. Yeah, I'm going to take the minions here actually. As well as the Earthquake. We do have the Fireball, so you can't pick piggies. So you went for the Hog Insect, but now I have the Earthquake, so you can't really do anything about it. Go Sappies, it will counter the Prince and Heir. I don't know, I'm not going to go for the Sappies. Machine is kind of broken, but I'm not going to do it. I'm actually just going to go for my Bomb Tower here. And then I'm going to go with our we can go with our I'm just gonna go for the Miner. Goblin Machine, it doesn't really fit though. I wanna pick the piggies. Pick the Skeleton King. I mean, do I go for the piggies? You know what? I'm going to go for the Goblin Barrel because he doesn't really have anything for it. Now you're cooked. I'm not cooked. Royal Delivery, Skeleton King, you mean? My opponent picked it, so what's up? Welcome to the stream. We can just go for our nice Earthquake. You have 0 support cards. I don't know how I feel. I mean, it's technically Goblin Barrow, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I picked it in the first place. It doesn't really have a real counter to it, so we can just go for our minions at the back. And then we can miner in the middle. I think we can actually fireball this, and then we can go for our miner. Oh my god. Dude. What? There's no way that just died. Where did my miner go? And my minions. Wow. Very interesting, but we can just go for our Goblin Bear right here. We can just go for our, Are you kidding me? Dude. Dude, clean defense. Thank you, but bro, why is the hog like that, bro? I played it correctly, I think, but guess not. We can just go for our Barbarian Bear right here. Very nice. We can also go for our minions up top, so you can't really pop the ability. And maybe I should have gone miner on that, but miner on the tower, but that was actually a really bad musk. He gave me fireball value there. We can just go for our bomb tower right here. Oh my god, I barely dropped that down. That should kill. Wow, he goes for the sap too. Bomb tower, what are you doing? I feel like buildings are weird. I always have that happen to me. Yeah, it is weird. Bro, what was my bomb tower doing though? Loki sold me the game. Not the game, but sold me one hit. You can just go for, he goes to the prince at the back. Very bad focus right there. He might have timed it. If he timed it a little bit better, that would be clean defense. We can just go for this, and then we can also go for our fireball right here. And of course that... Wait, what? Okay. You know what? I'm kind of cooked right now, but how did that hog get so much hit? This is so frustrating, bro. My hog never does that, but... The hog rather doesn't need a nerf. I don't think it does. Wow, what? We can just go for our miner right here. We can. What was that hog though? We can just go for our earthquake on defense right here. I feel like very nice, and we can just go for our barbarian barrel right here. Very nice, and yeah, not bad. Not a bad defense. We can just go for this, and then we can also go for our fireball if needed. Very nice, and I'm just gonna let that right side go. Nah, it's GG's. Watch this. We can just go for our miner right here. Dude, don't say that, please. We can just go for our earthquake right here. Come on. Aw, come on. We can go for our barbarian barrel right here. Wait, is that late, bro? Oh my god. We can just go for our guards right here. We can go for our bomb tower. And then we can just go for this. You know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. We can just go for this. Oh my god, that's gonna get another hit. This is so frustrating. Bro, we can just go for our goblin barrel miner, and then we can also go for this. Very nice. How did that... What was that Skeleton King interaction? But alright, we can just go for this, and then Garth at the bridge. And then we can just go for minions right here. Pretty nice, and... Bro, I swear, what am I doing today? We can just go for our goblin barrel right here. Oh my god, we can just earthquake on this. Nice. And that sap right there, we can just go for this, and then we can go for our bomb tower. Very nice. We can also go for our guards. That should catch it. Nice. And we can just go for our fireball. Oh, that's a lot of fireball value, but I don't know if we can come back or not. We can just go for our minions on top, and then we can also go for this. Very nice. We can just go for that, and then we can go for our fireball. And wait, come on. No way. No way. We can just go for our minions right here. And then we can also go for our miner right here, as well as our goblin barrel. Come on, guys. We can also go for our earthquake right here. Oh my god, guys. Wait. There's no way. There's no way. That's why I'm the best. Oh my god. Oh my god, chat. Chat. What was that defense? And the fireball cycle. Wow. We can just go for the log here. That was wild. Yeah, that was wild. Oh my god. He did panic there. We do have the earthquake as well as the fireball, so that literally cooked him. Knight. I'm going to go with the delivery as well as the rocket. Actually, should I go rocket? No, I'm just gonna go with the Dark Goblin because he has no way to counter it. Royal Recruits. Alright, I'll go Royal Recruits. I'll listen to you. Yeah, I know. No rocket? I'm not gonna go for the rocket, I don't think. If we're playing recruits, I'm not gonna go for the rocket, obviously. Recruits as well as we pick the guards, which is smart, but should I pick the goblins time? I mean, I'm just gonna go for the sappies. It's kind of good right now. It's kind of like a mid card, but it's also pretty. It's actually like I think it's top 1. Like there's like a guy who reached like top 1 with that deck, and it's really toxic. So we might go for the mortar here, low key, or maybe we just go for our goblins. I think I'm going to go for a. No, I'm not gonna pick for the free M. I know I'm gonna lose. He has switch, so. I thought I got the first pick, so no, it's not safe. I'm just gonna go for the goblins as well as I'm going to go for a. I'm gonna go for a mortar here actually, and then I think we'll go we can go for our Skelly Barrel last. Free M is go for overtime. He has Goblin Machine and Witch, so I'm not gonna do it. We can just go for, yeah, we're fine here. Recruits is going to be toxic though, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, we can just go for our goblins here, as well as, I'm not gonna go very aggressive here. Is this pre-recorded? No, this is not. We can just go for our mortar at the bridge right here. It should lock. Very nice. We can just go for our recruits at the bridge, and yeah, not bad. Our mortar locks on, and this is basically game, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, because it's a hog deck, right? Very bad snowball right there. Maybe we can catch something with the log, I guess, but it's not gonna matter though. We can just go for our Dark Goblin right here. Very nice. And what do you mean, chat? Alright, we can just go for our Skeleton Barrel right here. Oh, that was actually kind of bad. Wait, never mind. Bad cannon right there. This is why we love recruits. Yeah, it does hard counter. We can just go for our log right there. Very nice, and yeah, this is pretty much good game. We can just go for our sappies at the back, and then we can just go for our defensive mortar because he does have the witch, and it's going to be really annoying. Let's go for the ice golem, so I'm just gonna go for the delivery on this. Nice. Not bad. We can just go for our Skeleton Barrel right here, as well as the goblins actually. Goblins are going to come in clutch, in my opinion. Goblins are one of the most underrated cards in Clash Royale right now, and yeah, he gets cooked, and that is going to be the game in my opinion, I think, right? Alright, let's see the poll. Am I good at the game? Wow. Wait, I didn't see that. I low-key sold, but I'll get though. Am I good at the game? 54% of the people said I'm not. Goblins are alright. No, they actually give a lot of value, in my opinion, but Summon and the Dragon, oh my god. Minecraft. I mean, I did play Minecraft, but this is not Minecraft, buddy. We can just go for our royal delivery right here. Should be pretty nice. Not bad. And then we can just go for our recruits. And then we can also go for a Dark Goblin right here, as well as another mortar, I think, on defense. That would be nice. And we can just go for our Skeleton Barrel. He has no way to take out the Dark Goblin really, so I'm just gonna abuse it right now. The Goblin Machine does take it out, but it's not going to matter because I already got so much damage. And yeah, he's not gonna come back. Mortar. That's not gonna matter though. How often do you pick Expo? I say I pick it once, twice in eternity. No, I won't. Expo's really bad in the meta right now. So Expo's really bad in the meta, so I'm not gonna pick him up. Alright, we are going to pick first again, and I'm gonna go with the log. Because the log like kills obviously a lot of stuff on the board, so. And I don't think Fireball's really that good. It pairs really well with recruits, which is weird, really. I see. What's your favorite win condition? Goblin Barrel, but like if you're talking about like a side win condition, I would say I'll pick the Princess actually. We can go with our Tombstone here. I might go for something like maybe like a bait deck. I'm gonna go with the Fire Spirit here. I might go Recruits again because it's just fun, you know. To counter those cards currently strong in the meta. He goes with that. Wow, really, bro? Goes for the Ram Rider too. I'm just going to go with. I'm just gonna be toxic here. Recruits, Goblin Gang. Recruits, but watch out for Horde. Yeah, I will. I mean, technically, if he picks Horde, we can just go for our E-Spirit plus Fire Spirit. So I think we'll be fine. Hunter. No, Hunter's really bad. Honestly, I'm just gonna pick the Wall Breakers. I have the Goblin Gang for that though. We can just go for a. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go Minion Horde. What can he really do? Screw it. I'm just going to go split lane and let's see how he defends the pushes because it's actually really going to be really interesting. He does pick the. Okay, that's not really the best card, but I'm just going to pick the Goblin Machine because it's annoying. So, not bad, not a bad deck, guys. I'm just going to go with like all split lane, bro. This is going to be really toxic. He can't defend both sides. There's no way. He picks the Baby Dragon though, so. Yeah, but Minion Horde is so good right now in the meta. I don't know why, but. Oh. Let me just go with this. Very nice. And yeah, not a bad start. We can just go with our Wall Breakers in the middle right here. This deck is actually really going to be really toxic. We can just go Log in the middle to kill like the Rascals. And yeah, there you go. A Wall Breaker connection. Very nice. That is absolutely busted, but alright. I'm just going to ignore that and then build another Recruits push. This has to be very frustrating, but I swear to God. We can just go with our Recruits at the back right now. Yeah, 1 minute into the match and I already have another Recruit. And he goes Pump at the back. Oh no, he's so cooked. He's so cooked. There's no way he defends this. We can just go with our Minion Horde, I think. Very nice. And then we can also go. What was that? What was that? We can just go with our we can just go with this. He's cooked. He's cooked. We can just go with the Wall Breakers. Yeah, there's no way he defends this. What was he doing? What was that? Yeah. I'm just gonna BM him because this is just so toxic, bro. And oh my god, my Recruits also like almost takes out my opposing, you know, my opposing Pump, so that was really nice. And yeah, the machine cleans everything up and we can just go for our we can just go with our Goblin Gang. That's gonna get one hit, but Norman. Okay, I'm not gonna read that, but please stop. Please don't hate. Thank you. We can just go with our Minion Horde. Nice. That's gonna be a good game here. Oh my god, this is so toxic. Wait, he doesn't give up. He didn't give up yet, but this should be a good game. I'm pretty sure. We can Recruits at the bridge. This is so brain rot. It does go for that, and yeah, the E-Drag is going to be annoying, but yeah, the Goblin Gang cleans it up pretty easily. We can just go for this, I guess. Mini import should take out the eye drag. Nice. That's so broken though. This card is so busted. Oh my god, look at that baby dragon. It just got shredded. We can just go for wall breakers, and then we can just go for that, and yeah, that's gonna be a good game here. Wow. I don't listen to MK players. Wait, is he MK player, and how do you know? We're currently 8-1 into the challenge, so that's really nice. That's really looking good for us right now. Let's see here though. Ooh. Let's see. We're just going to play against this guy right now. Norman at 2.6 main for sure. What's wrong with 2.6 though? That is the problem. Like, I don't see the argument going anywhere. He goes for, wow. I'm just going to pick the snowball as well as the fire spirit. These counters. You play good, bro. Thank you, a random guy. Thank you. 2.6 is that. I don't think so. Like 2.6 is just skill, right? I guess technically, yes, it's a hard deck to master. Pick Boss Bandit or Mighty Miner. Not yet. Goes for the pump. Guess I'm just going to go with the lightning. I'm actually going to be going really aggressive here. I'm going to pick the bomber too. So that means I can't pick Goblin Gang. Get the toy out of your. Okay, 2.6 is not skill. How? Can you make an argument? Like, I don't see where you're going. Just interested, you know, because that is a very wild, thing to say. Okay, we can just go for, actually we can just go for double Prince right here. Prince plus Rage would make him so mad for sure. I think double Prince is going to be more toxic, so I'm just gonna pick that. He goes for the Golden Knight. Goblin Gang as well. We do have the Dark Prince, so we can also go for our we can go for the the Goblin Giant here. Let's see. Let's see what he's gonna pick, because it's not looking very good for him right now. Low-key takes Skarmy so he doesn't counter a Prince. We do have, wait. No, he picked the Dro, so. And I'm going to take the Rage. Yeah. Yeah, low-key is kind of cooked. Low-key. We can just go for our snowball right here. My argument is that it's very easy to defend using that deck, and their strike just to stand at the bridge after. Yeah, you need good defense. So how do you get the good defense? That's the argument. Alright, we can just go for it. That's on the side. And you also have Dark Prince to counter the drill, so this is looking pretty soon for him, not gonna lie. We can actually go for our Prince opposite lane. And then if he goes for the Goblin Gang, we can just go for our Rage plus Snowball right here. Very nice, and yeah, that's gonna dash onto the tower. This is why Prince is so broken. You should check out my videos. I always talk about like how broken the Prince is. And I'm just going to I'm just gonna ignore that. You can look up decks for your arena, but oh, okay. Sure, but I mean, really? I think 2.6 is really like skill. Every cycle deck is skill, so we can just go for our Goblin Giant on the right hand side. I might actually go for the free crown here. He goes for that though. I'm not gonna lightning yet. I'm just going to go for the Prince. We can just go for this. What was that though? I do not agree with that, but alright, we can just go for this, and then we can go for the Snowball plus the Rage maybe. Wait, that was the bad Snowball, but we can just Rage on top. Oh my god, we hit the Goblin Gang, but that's not gonna matter though. Every cycle deck skill is Rage Bait low. It is skill though. Isn't it? Cycle deck is skill. If cycle deck is not skill, what is skill? Like, that's my argument. Like, beatdown. He goes for the defensive drill again. I mean, I don't know what to think of that, but we can just go for the bomber right here. Very nice, and we can just go for that, and then nice. He goes for double. Wait, we can just rage on this, and then we can also go for a snowball as well as that, and then we can just go for another prince at the bridge. Ooh, that was good defense, low key, but and we can just go for our bomber here. Nice, not bad, not bad. We can just go for this. Low key, wait, I'm just gonna go build up another push again. We can just go for our Dark Prince right here. Dark Prince always counters the drill pretty easily. Some beatdown to skill, only Lava Hound is skill for beatdown. I'm sorry, but that is the reality. We can just go for another Goblin Giant at the bridge right now. We can also, oh my god, he's playing elite defense right now, but we can just go for our snowball right here, and then we can just rage. I think we can lightning cycle. Wait, goes for that. That's going to be on the side again, and we can just go for the lightning cycle here. We should be fine, I think. And then we can just go for our fire spirit here. It does have to cycle to that. Okay, we can just go for the bomber, I think. Very nice, and we are one card away from the lightning, so that is going to be pretty nice. That's gonna be a good game here. Megadraft is definitely the most skilled game mode, though. Yeah, it is. It is. I agree with you. It's probably the most fun. Let's see. Maybe. Sometimes for me it is, but sometimes it's not. Oh my god, we're 9-1 right now. I kind of want to sleep, but I also can't. But I'm gonna take the lightning, guys. I'm gonna take the lightning. I think it's more versatile. And he picks the Skelly King. Firecracker, snow counter, fireball counters it. I guess it's -1 though, so you could say that. I'm just going to pick the Barbarian Barrel as well as the Valkyrie. Fireball, I already have lightning, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Poison, I have 2 big spells then. Yeah, but it's a hard hit. Really? I mean, there's the poison, so it's not really worth it. We can just go for this, and then we can also go for our we can just go for I guess drill now. I'm also going to go with the bomber. If he picks drill right now, I don't think he's gonna pick drill because I do have the Valkyrie. He picks that instead. He goes for the mini P.E.K.K.A too. Wow. We can just go for our Tesla, and we can also go for our I'm just gonna go drill. Let's see what he's gonna do. Tesla, yeah, I picked Tesla already. Tesla's by far my favorite building, but because it's so small, you can cramp it together and you can just stack it up. It's really toxic, but we can go with this. It's not. It doesn't really do that much damage. Like, it doesn't really give you that much value. No, it doesn't not. We do have the furnace, so yeah. Alright, we can just go for our fire spirit. Let's see here. It doesn't really have anything for the drill. We can just go for our Tesla right now. Very nice. Night, which are purple. I guess they are. We can just go for the goblin drill. I'm not gonna go bomber yet. Let's see. I'm just gonna read like how he plays it. So the only we can just go with our furnace right here, and then we can also go with our barbarian barrel, I guess. Nice, not bad. Not bad. Fort is a decent cleanup. Yeah, I guess so, but with the range, you don't want the range. Isn't that the whole point of Fort? Wait, I'm so confused. Uh-oh. That is low-key toxic, bro, but... Alright, we defend it. Alright, we're good. That was pretty aggressive though, so I do not like that at all, but... Valkyrie should clean up. Goblin Curse, literally... What's your deck? Like, are you seriously running P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant? We can just go with our Goblin Drill, as well as our Fire Spirit if he goes for the Bandit. Well, he goes for the Bandit late, but that was very bad. We can go for our Tesla in the... No, never. Alright, bro. Alright, we can just go for our Bomber right here, and I'm just... Wow, the Firecracker actually snipes that. What the heck? I made the dumbest troll deck ever. Ah, I see. We can go for our Furnace right here, as well as our Fire Spirit. He's not gonna pop his ability, I don't think. And we can just go with our, wow, what was that, bro? Wait, that doesn't get pulled, are you kidding me? Alright, we can just go for this, and then we can also go for our Bomber here. That was a very bad, wait, huge lightning right there. Or maybe the Firecracker just goes out of range, but that isn't going to matter, because I think that's going to be a good game. We can just go with this, and then we can just go with that, and then we can just go with our Valkyrie, as well as our Bomber here when it locks on, so we can just go with our Tesla right here, and this should be pretty good defense. Drill, Evil P.E.K.K.A. plus Curse plus... Yeah, it's broken. I don't like that. Yeah, we can just go for our Lightning right here. And that's going to be a good game, guys. Oh my god. It does really well. Yeah, it did. It does. Especially 2v2 in my opinion. I haven't actually tried it, but in theory, it's really going to be strong. I'm 10-1 currently. That's how good I am, trust. That's how good I am. We can just go with our log right here, obviously, because there's lightning and poison, so... And we might take the monk. But we'll see. Maybe I'll go minor balloon, actually. Because if he doesn't pick lightning, then I think low-key it might be good. We are going to take the Mother Witch, looks like. I'm going to take the Mother Witch, as well as the poison, actually. Because I can go minor cycle right now. What counts as mid-ladder, like Arena 12 or what? I would say mid-ladder starts from 4k to 5k, like trophies, to like 15k, and even sometimes Ultimate Champion. Like, depends how high up you are. We can go with our minor, and then we can also go with our mortar. Let's see what he's gonna do. We do have a lot of splash, so I do like that. Maybe I'll pick guards, maybe, but we also need some air defense. So he picks the mini P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the guards, definitely. Guards. I can't believe he gave me the free guards, though. And then we can just go with our Berserker. Looks like our last card is going to be, the baby dragon, probably. I'm just gonna pick, yeah, it's probably, recruits, maybe, but it's not, I'm gonna be fine, because I do have the mortar and the baby dragon, which he is going to find. Wait, does he have a win condition? Like, we do have Mother Witch for the skeleton barrel, so what is he doing? Alright. He's not gonna pick recruits. I'm actually low-key surprised, but we can just go for our Berserker right here at the bridge. And let's see. He's gonna go for that. We can just go for our guards here. And then we can just go for he goes for that. I'm just gonna go with defensive mortar right here. I'm just gonna chill out here this game, especially in single elixir. I feel like I could get punished really hard by the mini P.E.K.K.A. if he does have the right cycle and I do not. So we can just go for this, and then we can also go for... Wait, the Valkyrie is going to connect, I think. Yeah, that's so frustrating. We can just go with our miner. Very bad lightning. What was that lightning, bro? Terrible lightning by him. Oh my god. He just made the biggest mistake of his life, and he drops the mini P.E.K.K.A at 0, but yeah, the baby dragon's absolutely gonna cook him. We can also go for a mortar if he tries to stop the baby dragon. Looks like he's just gonna chill out, but that was actually pretty good for us. I run MK. Oh no, that is a toxic deck. That is really toxic. We can just go for our mortar here, I think. Maybe just to set up, maybe. He's gonna go for the fog. I think I'm just going to go with my miner right here, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with my miner right here. And is that in range? Wait. Oh my god, nice. We can go with our berserker right here, as well as our baby dragon. And now I can go with our mother witch right here. So that is going to be pretty nice. He goes for the lightning though, so I'm just gonna log on top of that. Very nice log right there. Try to catch me off guard, but that is not going to work. I was right. Oh my god. You run Evo P.E.K.K.A. Evo P.E.K.K.A is, it was good. It was good, so, I mean, we can just go for our berserker right here up top. And then we can also go for our mother witch. Not bad. We can also go for our miner on the side. We're not the same, my friend. Okay. Nice, not bad. And then we can just go with our guards at the bridge, as well as let's see here, maybe a poison down, maybe. Nice, not bad. And we can just go with our baby dragon here, maybe try to spawn another piggy if possible. And we can just go with our mother witch right now. Nice, not bad. And that's gonna be a lot of piggies right there. Very nice. And I'm just going to go with the guards right here. Very nice. And we can go for the miner at the back, and should be pretty nice defense, I'm pretty sure. Nice. I'm just gonna go with the poison here because that's gonna get a lot of value. And we can also just we're just gonna go with the berserker as well as stats. And you know what, pretty good. We can just go with our mother witch right here. And yeah, mini P.E.K.K.A, and yeah, that's gonna get another shot. That is pretty unfortunate for him, but we can just poison here, and that's gonna be a good game, guys. Oh my god, what a win. Woo! And I missed my log, but that's not gonna matter, obviously. Oh my god, nice win. We need one more win, and then we're gonna win the entire megadraft. So, bro, what is happening in the chat, bro? What is happening in the chat? What is going on, like, literally? What's the worst way you beat someone in megadraft? Oh yeah, I remember one time I accidentally picked the Expo. I was planning to run a Goblin Giant, right? But I picked the Expo, and then I beated my opponent with a 5.3 cycle. I only have 2 level 15s. I mean, what level? Like, how many trophies you got? Low-key, I'm gonna go with the arrows. Just because of, like, the Skarmy and the Bomber. So, I feel like the arrows would be better in this situation, in my opinion, but he does pick the log. Pretty smart pick. He also picks the delivery. We can just go with we can go with the knight. I feel like the knight's gonna be really valuable. Wait, you know what? I'm going to go with the prince. I feel like the prince is going to be really good. E-box OP? No, that's cap. That's cap. 9. I mean, that's not bad. 250 level 15 cards. That's not bad. He picks the Dark Prince. Wow. No big spell is kind of crazy. Yeah, I know. We can just go with our giant here though, and then we can also go with our. We can go for the E-Drag, I guess. And we can also go with the Boss Bandit if we wish to. Free M? No, I won't go with the free M. There's Golden Knight on the board and he has Dark Prince. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it. Trust. It's a free win. No, it's not. It's not, buddy. It's not. It's not. I'm gonna get punished really hard. He's probably gonna take the hog. He's probably going to take the hog. So I'm going to take the hog, and I'm gonna give him the hee ha. Because I know he wants to take the hog. And yeah, his deck is ruined, so. There's no way he picks E-Giant, right? Because he does have the cannon, so. Imagine the scenes for the 12th win. I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot to pick my card, but I got the Golden Knight, which is pretty decent. I think we'll go, I'm going to go... He picks the Goblin Stein. You know what? What's this win condition going to be? I'm gonna pick the E-Giant. No, I'm gonna pick the E-Giant. No, I'm not gonna pick the Balloon because he has Goblin Stein and the E-Wiz, which is huge counters. He does pick the Balloon, but we do have the E-Jack for it, so not bad. And we can just go opposite lanes, so I mean... I'm going to go for the E-Giant at the back here. He goes for, wow. He goes for very aggressive. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore this, chat. I'm just gonna ignore this, and I'm just gonna go in. We can go for the Prince as well as the Golden Knight. This is like a race, so... I mean, it's not bad. We can just go for our arrows here. I think we'll be fine here, guys. Yeah, we're fine. And yeah, we can just go for the dash here. And yeah, not bad. Very bad dash, but I guess it will be fine here. And that's gonna be towered down, but wow. I only got so little damage, bro. Like, come on, bro. We can just go for our, we can just go for our Giants here. Super toxic play, but you're still down. I know. He goes for the Goblin Stein. Wait, we can go low-key go opposite lane here. Wait, watch this play. Watch this play. Wait, actually, wait, no. We can go Prince here in the pocket. Not bad. Wait. That is kind of bad, though. Yeah, that is kind of bad. I lost this game. 3M would not have defended that. Fun fact. We can just go with our Golden, and I'm going to pop the ability right here. Very nice, and... Bro, that Ewis died. I'm surprised he didn't pop the ability, to be honest. And we can just go with our Giant in the pocket right here. Very nice, and... Nice. Not bad. You can also go with our Hog at the pocket. Arrows. No. Yep, that's not going to cut it. And yeah, I just lost the game, guys. Balloon in the pocket. No, he's just going to go for the free crown, I think. Yep, there it is. And we can just go with our E-Drag. Very nice. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Not that bad. Wait, please don't get a balloon drop. Please. Oh my god, he got a balloon drop. This is so bad. We can just go for our E-Giant right here. We can go for our Golden Knight at the bridge. We can dash. Oh my god, that dashes onto the tower. That is absolutely nuts, but... Wow, that doesn't die? Are you kidding me? We can just go for our Prince right here, I think. And yeah, not bad, not bad. And yeah, we cooked. Yeah, we're so cooked. We're so cooked, guys. We're so cooked! Yep, we cooked. Oh my god. We just got free crown. No! There's no way I lose the next one. Right? There's no way. There's no way I lose the next one. There's just no way. Stop saying Three Musketeers. Stop. Terrible idea. I'm not gonna pick that. And let's see. Let's actually lock in right now. I'm going to pick the Ice Spirit right here. Well, actually, that's a terrible play. That's a terrible play. I should have picked the Fireball. No! Alright. He goes for the E-Spirit. You know what? I'm going to go Holy No Skill. I'm going to pick the Recruits. As well as the Archers. That is going to be fun. I'm just going to go No Skill. He goes for the Mother Witch, but... Oh yeah, the Mother Witch is going to be annoying. But we can pick the Ram Rider. Yeah, I'm just going to pick the Recruits. We can go for this, and then we can also go for a, the Golden Knight, which is going to be really annoying for him to deal with. We can go with the Ram Rider, I think. The Ram Rider is going to be, really annoying. Evil credit card. I do not have the credit card. You don't have Evos? Dare Diary? Oh, that's kind of sad. Ooh. He goes for the Battle Healer. Looks like he might go for the Golem, but... We can counter that by going Ram Rider. That stops it like temporary, as well as we can also go with we can go with I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with Tesla right here. Let's see if he tries to go for like a sneaky balloon or something. You don't have Evos either. That sucks. He goes for that. I'm just going to go with the Spear Goblins actually. I think we got this, guys. I think we got this. I think we got this. So not bad. Skellies? I didn't pick Skellies, I'm sorry. It's just for the air counter now. I mean, they're basically the same thing. The only difference is that I'm going to win the game, and that's how it works. I never lose, right? I never lose. I'm just gonna go Recruits first play. This is actually so toxic, guys. He goes for the Fireball. Oh no, he's cooked. He is so cooked. He is so cooked. There's no way he defends it. We can go with our Golden Knight. And wait, there's no way. I'm gonna pop the ability. Wait, chat. There's no way he defends this, right? Oh my god, the Golden Knight dashes onto the tower, and yeah, it's just gonna get a huge connection on both sides. Wow. Oh my god, this is so toxic. No, but it's too far. Oh, he has that though. Recruits. Not bad. Wait, that healer is annoying though, but I guess we're fine. Not bad whatsoever. Whoa, he goes for the snowball though. Ooh. And wait, should I BM him? Chat, should I BM him? So we can just go for this, and then we can go with this, we can just go with this, and then we can just go with this. Not bad, and we can just go with that though. And then we can go with our Archers, and not bad. Not a bad defense with the P.E.K.K.A. locks on tower though. For 2 hits, but you know what? It's all good. I missed out on those 4 Evos. What are you talking about? Oh, like those free ones? That's kind of sad. We can just go for our Recruits. Evil Mega Knight is annoying, but you're up 2k damage. Yeah, I guess so. We can go with our Wall Breakers at the back, as well as the Ram Rider here, and also the Golden Knight on the other side, just to support. And then we are going to dash. We are running right into a P.E.K.K.A, but the cannon dies, and I think that's going to be a good game, guys. There's no way he defends this, and I'm just gonna BM him, guys. I'm just gonna make him cry. Oh my god, that is so toxic. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Yo, wait, how many wins does he have? Wait, we can dash. Wait. Oh my god. I'm just gonna BM him. Oh my god. You don't even have a max, and yeah, there you go. My challenge won. And yeah, it's getting late right now. It's getting late. I have to sleep for tomorrow. I mean, I technically didn't stand by my rule of the stream ends when I lose the Mega Draft challenge, but technically I lost the match. So yeah. Bro, that's plus 2,000 aura. That's not negative, bro. I assume that you wrote that symbol wrong. I'm out, GG's, enjoy the stuff. Thank you. What legendaries you got? I got everything. I'm going to end the stream now though. So I'm going to end the stream right now. Because I'd have to go to bed. But I unlocked every card. So yeah. I'll see you guys maybe later. I don't know when I'm gonna stream. Probably today. My clan is this Planet Circuit, but right now my clan I don't know why, but my ownership, my leader spot, I don't know why, but I gave it to someone else apparently, which I didn't. But yeah, right now I don't have the leader, so I'm hoping that this guy gives me back his leader, but gives me back my leader. But yeah, I think I'm gonna see you guys later. So yeah, I'll see you. Bye.